Hi guys, Lemmy here. Welcome back to another art review. Today we will be reviewing I'm going to butcher this and I'm really sorry. It's the Kuretake, or Take, I don't know, Gansai Tambi um, watercolor set of 36 colors. And this is how I received it because I purchased mine off of Amazon. All that it had was a clear plastic circular strip that went around to hold it together. And that's pretty much what it looks like. But I went on other websites and I found the packaging for Americans. So it says that these are Japanese traditional solid watercolors for professional artists and crafters, ideal for sketch, illustration, sumi-e, and more. So if you look more on the website, it describes them as handcrafted, professional quality Japanese watercolors with highly blendable, creamy, smooth consistency. The colors are rich and intense and exhibit greater opacity than European or American watercolors and traditional Japanese style. So by opacity, I guess it means you can't see through them. They're not as transparent. So this is the lettering on the back. It's all in Japanese, so I have no idea what it says. But I like that it comes with this because you can fill out the colors from the set and then have your very own little swatch on the opposite end of the box. The box is made out of cardboard, so it's not the best palette we have here because it's all made out of plastic. Like this is plastic and this is cardboard. We have a whole bunch of pans here, 36 of them. They are very large pans. Like I've never seen watercolor pans this huge before. It's almost like you can fit. Oh, my dog's crying. Percy, come on. It's almost like you can fit 3 full pans in one of these pans or something. They're just extremely large. And the colors look really pretty. I do notice that some of them, like number, let's see, this would be number 30, or 66 rather, 66, 57, 91, 90, 95. They have a grittier texture. So, but the rest of them look very creamy and smooth. So I would be very interested in trying out the grittier looking ones or the textured watercolors and see what those look like in action. That's just kind of like my first impression. Very pretty colors, it looks like. Pans are huge. Some of them have a grittier texture than others. None of the watercolors are broken. It's just a really, really pretty presentation. I wish it came with a better palette, though, for traveling, because, I don't know, I was never a huge fan of things in boxes, unless they're hard plastic boxes that I know will protect my supplies that I purchase. Anyway, the website says, try these lush watercolors for sketching, illustration, blah, 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 ink-like wash painting. See, I just blah, blahed over the things that we already read. And more. All colors are certified non-toxic. Pans measure approximately 2 inches by 1 inch. They're just, like, really big pans. So I'm really curious. The reason I bought this is because it says that it is artist quality watercolor, and I've been looking for cheaper alternatives to Winsor & Newton because that's what I'm using now, and it's pretty expensive. But I decided, like, hey, I'll just try other things that are cheaper but say they're artist quality. And yeah, Amazon gave these a really good review. It's like 4.8 or something out of 5 stars. So I'm really excited to try these out and see, what they're like. Also, sorry, I'm sick, so I sound kind of crummy. I guess you guys probably noticed that, so I'm just going to apologize now for that. But yeah, I'm going to get started, and I'm going to make a swatch as I usually do, and then I'll get started making a picture. So yeah, let's try these out.
Okay, so I've been trying to do this audio like 8 times now, and I keep coughing because I'm sick. So hopefully I'll get through this one without coughing. So as you see here, I took a picture of the swatch pad all filled out. And I wanted to first say that I encountered a problem. And that is that this box of watercolors is exactly that. It's a box of watercolor pans. There's no place to mix them. There's no like plastic piece where you can just mix your colors. So if you're thinking this is a palette that you could kind of take with you, even though it's made of cardboard, no, you can't. There's no place to mix anything. So that was my first problem. But I guess that's me being picky. I really love to have things that I can bring with me on the go somewhere. If I really enjoy them, I want to bring them with me. But then it's kind of like these pans are so ridiculously huge that I spent a really long time online looking for a container that I could actually put them in so I could take them on the go with me, because guess what? I like them. And then I realized like these pans are so gigantically huge, no palette would accommodate all of these gigantic pans. So that's a huge problem, because for me personally, I just love, if I like something, I love taking it with me to use it. And I put it in a bag and I just go on my way and I watercolor somewhere. I can't do that with this. This is like something that has to stay at home forever, because I honestly, if you guys can find like a really nice palette box or something like that I can put all of these pans in, that would be great, but I can't find anything. So that aside, we're actually going to get to the colors. On the left side of the swatch pad, I have the colors more opaque. So that means I used less water and I took up more of the actual paint and I put them on the swatch pad. And they are extremely opaque, like you can't see through it. It's just really opaque, and it's really easy to make it opaque because they're so creamy and it picks up so much pigment. And then on the right side, all I did was dilute my brush. I kind of wiped off the paint from it inside my mixing cup, and then I took the almost clean brush and then I kind of fused it to the left side, and I let the colors kind of drift into each other a little bit, so you'll see that they're not all like perfectly like cut in half. They have mingled a bit in some places, and then other swatches I had to go over it and kind of like fix it up. But I really like the colors. They're really nice. And then I realized when I'm looking at these colors in the swatch pad, 9 of these colors are green. Like 9. 9 of the colors are green. 4 of the colors are red. 4 of the colors are orange. 3 of the colors are yellow. 2 of them are brown. 3 of them are purple. 1 of them's white. 1 of them's black. Then there's 3 metallic ones. 9 greens. And then second up is the blues, which I guess it's important to have an assortment of blues. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 blues. 6 blues and 9 greens. So these guys really love green. And if you need green, I guess this is the palette for you, because there's a ton of them. And I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing, but green is a secondary color. So like you can make a whole bunch of greens with the 3 different yellows and the 6 different blues. So is it really necessary to have 9 greens? I don't know. These are the things I ask myself when I look at the swatch. I mean, it's not bad. The colors are really gorgeous. I just wonder what their thought was behind that. Maybe they really like to paint flowers or something, so they need a lot of different kinds of greens. I don't know, but yeah, weird first impression, but the colors are gorgeous, as you can see. Now, this picture that I'm working on today is a Halloween picture because it is Halloween. Happy Halloween to everyone who celebrates, and if you don't, And if you don't do the Halloween thing, then I hope you have a great day anyway. But these are my characters, Piper and her boyfriend, Orion. And Piper's dressed up like a witch, and she made her boyfriend dress up like a cat. And I thought, like, oh, this will be really cute. And yeah. So my first thought was for a Halloween picture that I would have the colors be very dark. But watercolors isn't something that you really go into like, oh, let's make it dark. It's one of those things that you kind of build up over time and you put many layers in. And dark watercolor pictures, I mean, usually you see them, they're more pastel because they're more diluted and everything is like really light looking. And I didn't really think about that when I went into this, so the picture is a lot darker than usual. And because it was darker, I found myself making the pigment very opaque. And it was really easy, like I said earlier, to make your colors very opaque. They're very easy to soak up in your brush and just like put down, and it's like thick. So I ended up kind of making the background really dark, and I didn't intentionally do that first, but it just kind of happens. And then I realized that the background's so dark that I can't really do anything on the background. So then I had to figure, like, hey, now it's a graveyard. Now Piper and her boyfriend are in a graveyard. That's creepy. And I'm like, well, what is she doing, like, with him in the graveyard? So it just became, like, really awkward really fast. And then I kind of, like, put in a tree and some bats, and I'm like, it's Halloween-y! Like, I don't know why they're in the graveyard. I don't want to know why they're in the graveyard, but they're in a graveyard. And the background is really black. And I think my voice is about to die. So I just got over doing a coughing fit, and I keep trying to do the second half of the audio without coughing. And this struggle is real, you guys. This is like take 18. But I just want to say that, because I'm going to try to get through this kind of quickly, that the description says that these are Japanese watercolors and that they are more opaque than normal watercolors. So if you're looking to replace your normal artist quality watercolors like I am, these won't do it for you because they are different. They are more opaque. You get a different look and it's a whole different feel. Now, with that being said, are these bad? No, they're not bad. They're really good, and they're really good for a really good price. So maybe if I was a starting artist or something and I just got done with my student grade watercolors and I used them and I want to like maybe upgrade, this would be a good upgrade, but they are a totally different feel from a normal set of watercolors. So with that being said, I cannot replace the watercolors that I'm using now with these because I really do enjoy traditional watercolors as well. So I'm going to have to keep searching for another, I guess, option for that because I'm not made out of money and you're not made out of money. And if you are made out of money, maybe you should come to my house so I can sell you on the black market. Wow, that sounds really fishy. Okay, that was a joke. Please don't come to my house. Okay, that was awkward. I hope I don't go into a coughing fit. Just smile and keep talking. Okay, so these are really good watercolors. I really like them. You get a lot of watercolor for the price. The pans are huge. The only thing I don't like about them is how they're presented in this cardboard box. It's not a palette. You have nowhere to mix it. And since they're so big, you can't really find a palette. And yeah, so that's kind of something I don't like. But the actual watercolors themselves are really fun to use. Like, there are just some products that are just really fun. And this is one of those products. Now, I will mention, this has nothing to do with the watercolor review, but I used masking fluid by Daniel Smith. It came in one of those art box things. And I wouldn't recommend using this stuff because I put it on there and it didn't sit on there very long. I put it on there for the moon and some stars or whatever, and I painted When I tried to remove it, it ripped up the top of my paper, and I have very expensive paper. It's Arches hot press watercolor paper, and I removed it as gently as I possibly could. Plus, I'm sick, so I have noodly arms. And no matter how gently I noodled at this masking fluid, it ripped apart the surface of my paper. Do not like you, Daniel Smith. I hate you. So yeah, would not recommend that. I mean, I have other masking fluid that's never ripped anything apart. So Daniel Smith, you're going in the garbage. Also, I am demoing the new set of brushes by the Artisan Shop. Now, these are not out yet. These are still in the testing phase. So I am testing for my good friends there, and I'm going to let them know what I think. The brushes are really great, but they're also really small. So they're kind of like the size of makeup brushes. And I will be doing a review when they do come out, but I really like them. So yeah. With that being said, I hope that you guys like this picture, and I hope that you found the review interesting. And yeah, they really are a good set of watercolors. They're very solid, and I really like them, and they're very pigmented. So, if you guys are interested, I would suggest that you compare prices to that of Amazon and see if you can find anything cheaper than Amazon. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful Halloween, and you have all that fun, spooky stuff going on with parties and all that, and Lemmy's gonna be at home coughing up a lung. And then, yeah, it'll be great. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week for another Inktober, which is actually going into Inkvember. But I have like almost all the pictures done already. It's just a matter of making the videos, which is very time consuming. I'm dying. Time consuming because I gotta shrink the footage. So look forward to that next week, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Thanks so much for putting up with me and my dying frog voice. Okay, bye guys.